So now we're moving on to our formal element, form. And form means the impression or a three-dimensional object. So we can see here, just going down the column, they all look three-dimensional. So we're going to start off at the top. Now you can just freehand, I'm just going to draw in, we've got that straight line there, which is like the tabletop that the ball sits on top of. And I'm just going to freehand that across there. And we're using pencil for this one. Then you can freehand the circle in place. However, if you are not very confident, because circles are quite hard to draw, I would advise that you try your best to sketch it and figure out the shape, even if it does take a little while. But if you were still not feeling very confident with drawing that circle, you can use a glue stick to draw around. But when we're doing that extremely lightly. And there we go. I've got a circle. So it would be more ideal if you freehand sketch it, because that glue stick is quite big. But it doesn't matter. I'm just going to, on my picture, I can see, let me put it here so it's a little bit easier. I can see that there's a big light area here. So all I'm going to do is sketch in where that light area is. So the light is shining from over there. Now we know that if we want an object to look three-dimensional and we're shading it, we've done this in the past, that our shading, it must curve. So we're not trying to do the whole thing at once, we're just doing a little area at a time. And as I come towards that light area, my shading is getting lighter. So I've not gone as dark as I need to go yet, because I'm just sort of mapping things out. And remember, you can turn your paper should you need to get your hand comfortable, but I'll keep it like this so that you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. So my shading is always following the shape, the direction of the outside edge. And we're getting very light around that area with our pencil where it is actually light. And there we go, I've got my direction in place. If I feel like I've took up too much of the light area, I can just go back using the rubber to get some of that light back, which is very important that you do shade lightly. So now I'm going to go in, and I can see that it is really dark. There's a little tiny slither of light there, so I'm going to leave that in. But I'm going to start to get darker in the dark places now, just a bit at a time. And I'm going to start to bring that darkness up. But we are blending. We shouldn't see any stop starts in our shading. So we should be using a variety of different pressures when we're doing this. We're not going to use a blender today because I do want to measure your actual ability. And a good artist should be able to use lots of different pressures with a pencil. Now don't be scared to use the rubber. I've made a few mistakes already and had to rub them out. That's absolutely fine. It's part of getting your accuracy. So there we go. Once you feel you've got the tones in the correct place, you can then move on to the background to create a little bit of an atmosphere. Now, it's really dark in the background over there. It must be that it's quite a far away wall.